Hello everybody, my name is Dylan Scott Gilligan and welcome back to another Goosebumps Friday. Today we will be reviewing and talking about It Came From Beneath the Kitchen Sink. This is an episode, I have seen it before, and by the way, the main girl, the main actress, absolute icon, Cinderella story, another Cinderella story, I think. She's been in a lot of things. That's not why she's an icon, but she's an icon, period. I've seen this episode definitely before, but it's been a while and it's not one of my favorite episodes, so I don't go back to it. So it was nice to see it again. So basically this episode is taking place, I think her name's Katrina, Kat. She is the main character. She basically finds this weird looking sponge with 3 eyes in this new house that she moved into. I guess they didn't move far from their other house because it only took their friend 8 minutes on bike to get there, so not too far of a move, but they moved. I don't know if it said why. I don't think I caught that. But this thing is bringing her super bad luck. Okay, her dog's already going after it the first thing after they move into that house. And then she's looking in there. She thinks it's a cat because she sees the eyes, but then it's on the top. She's under the sink, laying up, and it's there trying to get her. Absolutely not. Terrifying. Disgusting. So basically the whole episode is following her trying to get people to believe that this sponge is alive, this sponge is bad, and it brings bad luck. She buries it at one point and it kills the plants and stuff. So basically her little brother and his friend eventually believe her when it's alive around them. That's the first time she got anybody else to believe her. She tried to get her science teacher to dissect it. That didn't go well. But they find out that it's a mythical creature. I forget the name of it. But it's basically, you have to keep it forever. If you give it away, you're going to die, which is pretty bad. But it brings bad luck. So they kind of are trying to figure out how to defeat it. There's nothing in the book about how to defeat it. So basically following her around with bad luck, her dog runs away, disappears. And then the sponge basically knocks out a dude, and then acid pours everywhere, and they're in a bad situation. But then the janitor wakes up, the guy who got knocked out, and then he puts out the acid with a fire extinguisher, which I didn't know was a thing, or if it is a thing, but that was pretty cool. And he had this happy music playing on his tape recorder, and that is when they realize happy songs is what I was trying to say. Happy things, happy words, happy anything will make this sponge shrink, because it can grow, get stronger every time something bad happens, basically. So the main girl eventually, Kat, is you know what? She keeps it in this cute little box. She always says nice things to it in the morning, and she makes it listen to Dance Pop, I think it said, but it was the Goosebumps theme, but Dance Pop, which is stunning, amazing song. So that's how she's gonna deal with it for the rest of her life, which is honestly such a terrible deal. So she's dealing with it very well, because I would be absolutely upset. I would be enraged. Okay, this thing is just trying to... And those teeth? No. So that is what happens. So she's living to learn with it in the end, and then Killer comes back, which is the dog, and he brings her a potato with fangs, which was also in the books. In the book that the little brother's friend had, I think it's called a lynx, and he said you don't want to have that because it literally sucks the soul from you, the life force from you. What is she gonna do about that? Okay, but that was the twist, of course. So it is a nice twist. This episode, though, was, I would call it slow burn. I could be completely misusing that term, but I do hear a lot of professionals use it. Things are happening, but they're not as impactful as watching Mr. Mortman eat bugs, right? She sees the sponge, it has teeth, it has eyes, it growls at her or whatever, or growls at her dog, and then that's basically it, right? The bad luck just keeps coming. There's no real... It doesn't really feel like a threat. The only time it really did is when it escalated in the end with the acid falling and them being in peril. But other than that, it's pretty much a slow burn episode. Not too much happens. I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. I love the acting. The story is interesting, but I don't think it's as intense as I would like it. When we had Girl Who Cried Monster, it was a little more intense. There was stuff happening. It was scarier. This one is just kind of a story of how do we stop this thing. and then they can't even stop it. The twist is all right. Because I forgot that happened in the end, that, you know, they get the links or whatever, but I was thinking she just has really bad luck at the end of the episode. So God bless that girl Kat, because her brother couldn't even get it. She had to get a links and the other thing, is all I'm saying. But 6 out of 10, it's a good episode. It's just not one of my favorites. A little bit too slow of a burn for me, but the sponge is spooky, creepy as heck. So obviously all the Goosebumps episodes, I would say watch if you never have. I don't think there's a bad one, and even if there is a bad one, it's still entertaining, at least in my opinion. Maybe it's the nostalgia, but I mean, I love Goosebumps. I will see you all next week. I don't remember what the episode is, the third one. It might be the Cuckoo Clock of Doom. It might be. I don't remember. But I'm just going on the order from Netflix. Obviously, these are out of order, but Season 1, Episode 3 in Netflix term is what I'll be covering next time. So I'll see you then. Make sure to like, comment down below. How do you feel about this episode? Yeah. Subscribe and tap that notification bell so you know every time I post a new video. And I'll see you next time. Bye.